Welcome to episode number 12 of MLB The Show 20 Postseason Series, and today, Game 2 of the 2020 ALDS between the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees. It's in Minnesota, as I don't know if you can tell, I don't know if it'll be better here. Probably this one. As you can see, obviously, it's about the Marceres Tanaka versus J. Rizzi. Sorry if I said that. The Yankees lead the series 1-0, obviously. Best of 3. The Rays absolutely obliterated. I mean, the Cardinals won 10-2 over the Braves in Atlanta. The Rays won 11-2 over the Astros in Houston. And then the Dodgers won 3-2 in 12 innings. So really, obviously the Yankees are at 1-0 on the Twins. Cardinals are at 1-0 on the Braves. The Rays are at 1-0 on the Astros, and the Dodgers are up 1-0 against the Nationals. So yeah. So tomorrow will be Game 3 of this series if there is one. If there's not, then it will be then I'll decide if I want to film the ALCS, all 3 days, well, minimum of 2 days after 3 days, or the NLCS. But either way, I will start Thursday. By the way, Monday, June 1st starts my Super Summer. And I'm going to show you the schedule, probably not I know it's probably a different clip, because for some reason if I put it in front of the camera, it just doesn't work. It will be in the video, probably to start the video, or maybe like a minute into the video or something, I don't know. But yeah, I will be a play-by-play on Sephora's game. Here we go. But at 8:05 Eastern, hopefully that other day has it sim. Twins will be the blue, gold controller, and the Yankees will be the blue controller. Yeah, that's Donaldson for the Twins, and Brett Garner for the Yankees. That's a road, and then, yeah, alternate too. Alright, those are the informants. Target field opened in 2010, holds 38,885. Broadcast the show theme, quick counts on. Presentation mode, broadcast theme style, a show theme, quick counts on. Cloud cover, clear skies. J. Rizzi, a right-handed pitcher, 80 overall, versus Tanaka, right-handed pitcher, 79 overall. So there we go. So I'm gonna make one little. I'm gonna put. That's the only difference that I'll do. And I'm gonna probably put Darver, I guess there. Yeah, it's only That's the only change, and then I think the only change over here, I think I'm gonna put let's flip Taunton, so stands the DH, and flip, so yeah, darn, and then put hits. Where the heck is hits? So I thought I was gonna put hits in here, but hits isn't here. I don't know why, but the only change I made is that I flipped Totman and Stan. So Stan in game 1 was the left fielder, and Totman was the DH. I flipped them. And then the only difference for the Twins, I replaced Torrey Pondo with Marwin Gonzalez. Here we go. Yankees win, they go into the LCS to play the Astros or the Rays. The Twins win, they force a winner-take-all Game 3 in New York. There's the bracket. And by the way, Matt Surgeon says, what in our special postseason, or what in our special postseason coverage of baseball here on the show? That's what I'll say. So there we go. Remember, it is the best of 3. In real life, it's the best of 5, but I put it the best of 3. We are here at Target Field in downtown Minneapolis for Game 2 of the 2020 ALDS between the New York Yankees and the Minnesota Twins. Hi there, everybody. Vinny J here in Studio 42, aka the Man Cave. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball here on the show. As yeah, in the series recap, Game 1, Yankees won 4-2. That was in New York. If the Yankees win this game, they move on to the LCS to play the Rays. Or the Astros. If the Twins win, they force a winner-take-all Game 3 in New York. Lions in first pitch coming up next. I like that Dan Police actually said a best of 3 series. I thought he was going to say anything, or best of 5, but he actually said best of 3. Jay Dodorizzi. 30 starts in 2019, 15,700, 3.51 ERA, 159 innings, 139 hits, 1.21 whip, 53 walks, and 178 strikeouts. Anyway, here's LeMahieu. It says NYY from New York Yankees lead series 1-0. Orders did a 14 fastball cutter, splitter, and a curveball. 3-1 count. That's a fly ball. It's a tail away from Kepler. Like it does out catching fair territory in the corner. 1 down. Here's the starting lineup for the New York Yankees. DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, Gleyber Torres, Telo Stanton, sorry if I said that wrong, Gary Sanchez, Brett Gardner, Luke Voigt, Mike Tauchman, and Julio Urshela. Here's Judge, first in the Yankees with a .500 average. He drove in 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th, and that led to the Yankees to a 4-2 Game 1 victory. 50 degrees, clear skies, wind 8 miles per hour, blowing out the right field. A little cold here. The umpires are on the tote. 50 degrees. It was 46 degrees and rain for Game 1. And we actually had a 90-minute rain delay in Game 1. So, yeah, 50 degrees clear, sold-out crowd, and I saw the umpires. Oops. Wait! How in the world did they switch crews again? It was... So, by the way, this crew that is told by Matthew Ross, but hopefully they show him. 50 degrees clear, wind 8 miles per hour blowing out the right field. Hopefully they show him. But it's clear it's not. It was Freddie Ferguson crew, and this is not the same crew. It's Matthew Ross. This was the crew, I think. No, it was Dave Lawrence behind the plate for the. So the crew that did it was a Freddie Ferguson crew. This crew, it was behind the plate with Dave Lawrence. So here's Matthew Ross. They did the Rays and Astros series, and then it was Freddie Ferguson crew did the Nationals and Dodgers series, and then it was the Ed Jordan crew, which is that's the crew where the NL Wild turn. So in real life they don't switch between crews unless someone got sick, but if someone got sick, unless all of them got sick, they usually don't switch the entire crew. Not sure why it's like this. I played a game with Matthew Ross as the home plate umpire. That was a play now game though. Not sure why they're switching like that. I don't know. Here we go. 2-2 count. That's a fly ball foul. Judge drove in the go ahead. That's a fly ball. That ball is carrying it hit well, like it does out kids by Kepler against the wall. 2 down. I have to be a little quiet. I'm not sleeping. She's not like right above me, but I have the door closed. Here's Torres, I believe went 1 for 4 in Game 1. That's a ground ball pass to David Donaldson in the left field, base hit. First hit for the Yankees or for either team. And here comes Stanton. 1 on count, and that is in there, strike 2 on the splitter. And here the umpire's time for Game 2, 2020 ALDS. Beyond the play is Matthew Ross. Matthew Ross is a very wide straight. I'm sorry about that. Excuse me. So Matthew Ross is a hitter's dream is a wide strike zone or hit. And we got 1-2 count. That's a ground ball to Gonzalez. Throws it to a rise and the inning's over. So nothing comes after a 2-out hit. No runs on a hit here. One hit for the Yankees and they did nothing. Twins coming to bat, no score. So here's Masahiro Tanaka, 31 starts in 2019, 11-9 record, 4.45 ERA, 182 innings, 186 hits, 1.24 WHIP, 40 walks, and 149 strikeouts. So the Yankees had one hit, or no runs on one hit, no errors, and a runner left. Here's the Twins. Here's Kepler. Went 0 for 4, or didn't get a hit in the first inning. That's off of Tanaka. Sanchez gathers through, safe at first. But now the Yankees will have up to 20 seconds to challenge the call by first base umpire Dave Lawrence. You have one challenger available prior to the 7th inning. If successful, you'll receive one additional challenge. Is he out? He looked out. Oh my goodness, that's a horrendous call. He looked out by half a step. I'm not sure how Dave Lawrence missed that. They say on home plate on the headphones, but the first baseman will go over there. As Matthew Ross switched on the headphones, Dave Lawrence is over there, but he doesn't have a headphone set on. And here's the call as home plate umpire takes the headphones off, and he's out. It looks like Matthew Ross is the veteran, and now runner out is overturned, and the Yankees will get another challenge if they want to use it later in the ballgame. Here's Garver, who's the Steelers starter for 2020. I think that meant 19, not 2020. We haven't played yet. Here's Garver, went 1 for 4 in the first game. That's it, ground ball. He punches it in. It's a shift base hit. Base hit. Runner at first on, he punches it against the shift, and here comes the Boomstead. Also batting 250 in the postseason. That's a ground ball. No chance for 2. Sanchez throws the first in time. As he drove in, the Twins tied the game in the 6th inning in Game 1. Here's the starting lineup for the Minnesota Twins. Matt Kepler, Mitch Garver, Nelson Cruz, Josh Donaldson, Eddie Rosario, Marwin Gonzalez, Miguel Sano, Luis Arraez, and Byron Buxton. Josh Donaldson. So, Josh Donaldson, I believe, went 4 for 4. He's obviously first on Twins. He's got a 1,000. That's a ground ball, snared on a hump by LeMahieu. Through the first, good pitch by the first baseman. What a play by LeMahieu. We're through 1 here in Game 2. The score remains 0-0. Full count to Jerry Sanchez, who I believe bat 657, 3 for 4 in Game 1. That's a ground ball to Gonzalez, running to the shift on a hop, 25 speed from Sanchez, got him at first, 1 down here in the 2nd. Here's the defense for the Minnesota Twins. Eddie Rosario, Byron Buxton, Matt Kepler in the outfield, Miguel Sano, Luis Arraez, Marwin Gonzalez, Josh Johnson in the infield, and Mitch Garver behind the plate. And obviously, Jake Odorizzi on the mound. Here's Gardner, 1 for 3. Well, I believe went 1 for 3 with in Game 1, it's a ground ball, and then it's past the diamond. Arraez in the right field, base hit. No chance for 9-3, and Gardner's on with a 2-out, 1-out single. Here's Boyd, who did not get a hit in Game 1. That's a ground ball to Gonzalez. Arraez, center double play. Middle of 2, the score remains the Yankees 0 and the Twins 0. Is Eddie Rosario did a hit in Game 1. Then Tanaka. That's a fly ball. That is hit well. Timing back. Gone for a home run. Rosario has gone deep. So, the Twins' first home run in the postseason, and the Twins take their first lead of the series and take the first lead in Game 2. 391 feet, 100 miles per hour off the bat, and the Twins take their first lead of the series and take the first lead in Game 2. Rosario has gone deep, his first hit of the series and the postseason, and the Twins' first lead in the series and first lead in Game 2. My goodness. I believe Twins take their first lead of the series. Here comes Gonzalez, who's, well, it's his first at bat in the postseason. That's it, round ball, and he punches it against the shift. And he gets his first hit of the postseason and the series, and his first at bat of the postseason and the series. So, here we go. Now, here comes Sano with a rise on deck. That's a foul ball. Now we got 2-2 count for Tanaka. That's it, round ball back to Tanaka. The center for one. To first, double play. 2 down. Here's a rise. I had 1 for 4 in the game earlier. He made the final on Game 1. That's it, round ball back to Tanaka. Throw to first is in time, and then it's over. But into a solo homer by Eddie Rosario. He has given the Twins their first lead of the series and the first lead in Game 2. And the 2 to score is the Twins 1 and the Yankees 0. Here's Mike Topman, played DH in Game 1. He's playing left field in this one. He ran 30-33 in the postseason. It's a fly ball. Buxton under it. And Buxton makes the catch. 1 down in third. Twins trying to survive here, as trying to force a winner take all Game 3 and back in New York. In the Bronx, New York. That's a ground ball to a rise. Throw to first. 2 down. And here's the postseason bracket. As you can see, it Yankees lead 1-0 in their series. Rays lead 1-0 in their series. Cardinals win 1-0 in their series, and the Dodgers at 1-0 in their series. Thanks to a Cody Bellinger walk-off solo home run to left field in the bottom of 12. That's how they won. Here's LeMahieu. LeMahieu ground ball, diving stop by a rise, picks up the ball, throw to first, not in time, and LeMahieu's on the infield single. And here comes Judge, who flew out on the first timer at first base, and he's a go-ahead run. Judge, a little ground ball, back to Odorizzi. Throw to first, in and over. We're through 2.5 here at target field. The score remains 1-0 Twins. Here's Byron Buxton on top of the order follow. I believe went 3 for 4. Scored the Twins' first run in Game 1. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for the Twins. The first strikeout for Tanaka. 1 down. Tepper is open on, I believe, with a fly out. I don't know. Or no, a ground out. That's a ground ball, and this time it won't count as his first hit of the series and the postseason. 1 for 2 in the game. Runner at first, 1 out. Here's Garver. Stindled. That's a ground ball. What a bad throw. Throw to first. Got him. It was a horrendous throw to second base, but then a throw by LeMahieu, like a Jeter jump throw after a horrendous throw was in time. But Kepler has over to second base. Here comes Cruz. That's a ground ball. He has a lot of speed. Throw to first by Torres in time, and then it's over. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left for the Twins. And the 3, the score remains the Twins 1 and the Yankees 0. I'm not done. I then I have to. My dog is in here, so I had the door shut so that let her out. Not outside, it's out the room. Yeah, it's usually it's just to go to the bathroom or something. There's Larry Torres. That's a foul ball and a splitter. Not sure why the cruise channel. I don't know why it changed in the middle of the series. That's a pop-up foul. That's it, round ball. It's a tough play for Gonzalez. Throw to first. Got it. Might have a step. 2 down or 1 down. Here's Stanton. That's a ground ball right to run in the shift behind second. In and over. 2 down, not in and over. 2 down. Here comes Sanchez. 2 for 4 with a homer. Got 2 and homer in game 1. They did the Yankees a 2-0 lead at that point. Here we go. Shift is on. That's a ground ball. It's like a tough play for Gonzalez. 25 speed from Sanchez. Got him. No, not got him. Someone dropped it. Couldn't pitch it. And they're gonna charge in the air to Gonzalez. He sits, and here comes Gardner, singled in the second. Here we go, throwing it at Gonzalez. Can the Yankees make the Twins play? I saw the glove of Odorizzi. Throw to first, got him. And the error, throwing error by Gonzalez, does not come back to haunt the Twins. Middle for a score is the Twins 1 and the Yankees 0. Here's Donaldson, 0 for 1 in the game, still batting 4 for 5 in the postseason. That's a round ball, base hit, and he is 5 for 6 in the postseason. He was 4 for 4 in game 1, and now he's 1 for 2 in this game. Good play, and here comes Rosario, who's had a solo homer in the second. Runner at first, 1 out, 1 on count. That's a ground ball. Still Mayhew, Torres, Void double play, 2 down. And here comes Gonzalez to single after obviously Rosario's home run. That's a little tap for someone. A tough play, 29 speed. Urshela got him. Middle or in the fourth, score remains 1-0 Twins. 7, 8, 9 to up the 8, or we're back to Target Field. Let's go on the field. Let's check in with Tanya Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with the Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said the pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward.
There's also a Rocket Lounge today at like 2:20 my time. It was supposed to be on, I think, Thursday, but then they moved it to Saturday. No, actually Wednesday, and then they moved it to Saturday. There's a weather interference. That's a ground ball, fair! Going to second is the runner. Throw to second. Well, it's cut off by a rise. Then thrown to Gonzalez, not in time. Probably would have been out if it was straight there, but it was cut off by a rise. Here comes Thompson with a timer at center base. Full count. That's a ground ball to a rise. Runner will go over to third. Go to first in time. The runner at third, 1 out. And the timer is 90 feet away. Or I believe Gio Urshela. 2-1 count to Urshela. That's a ground ball back to Odorizzi. The run cannot score as it's throwing the Sano, and then he throws it to Darver. And now at the top of the order in the form of Mayhew with the Signal in the third, tying run 90 feet away. 1-1 count. And that is outside by a hair. Here's the leadoff man, 2-1 count. That's a ground ball, so a tough play for Gonzalez. Deep in the hole. And he got him! And the Twins. And the Twins hold the lead. We're through at 4.5. We're halfway home. The score is 1-0 Twins. Here's Sano as a good play by Gonzalez from the edge of the outfield grass. 2-1 count. That's a liner against the shift. It will 2 off the wall, and the throw I was just judging not in time. Lead off though for Sano. Runner at center, nobody out. And here for a rise, who's batting 200 in the postseason. I believe that's 1 for 6. Because he's not 2 for 10. They haven't got that many at bats yet. Is that 1, 2? Actually, 2 off the wall, not 3 off the wall. I just wanted to see that. There's a rise. He had a 1-3 ground out earlier. And the assurance run home. That's a fly ball. Coming is Kaufman. Light against no attention. Right, left center field. 2 down or 1 down. 1 down. So now it's on up to Buxton. And then top of the order follows. You must saw there's a line drive double play or something. 1-run count. That's a ground ball to LeMahieu. Throw to first. We'll do over the 4-3 ground out. Runner at third, 2 outs for Max Kepler. Single in the third. Trying to get that insurance run home for Minnesota. That's a ground ball to Torres. And throw to first. Low but picked by Voigt. And then it's over. We're through 5. The score remains 1-0 Minnesota. 2-3-4 due up for the Yankees in the top of the 6th as it remains 1-0. The only offense for the Twins has been a solo homer by Rosario. That's a liner. Base hit. He's now got a chance for a 9-3, but Sano's not covering. And Judge is on the leadoff single. Here comes the middle third. Here comes the heart of the lineup for the Yankees. Here's Torres. Swing and miss. Strike 2 on a splitter. Raleigh Town is going here at Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Yankees up 1-0 in the series. Twins up 1-0 in the game. That's another foul ball. Good battle between Gleyber Torres and Jake Odorizzi. Judge at first. That's a smash! Is that fair? That ball is gone! It is Torres. He blasted one off on Odorizzi. Barely fair. I think that hit. The pole just snuck inside the pole. And the Yankees take their first lead of game 2. 2-1 Yankees. Torres, 441 feet, 115 miles per hour at the bat. His first of, I believe, the first of the postseason, first of the series, and the Yankees take their first lead of game 2. 2-1. My word, that was absolutely killed. And let's look at, this ended up, I think, going over the pole. Yeah, it went over the pole, 400, now it's 440 feet, 115 miles per hour at the bat. I mean, now, I just say 441. But either way, that was over 400 feet. That was absolutely killed. And it went at the pole if the pole was higher. It cleared the pole by about a foot. Went over the pole. And ended up then hit like a barrier on that like club area in foul territory. It hit that. I mean, that was absolutely crushed. And now the fans are quiet here at Target Field. That's a bullet in the right center field. There's still nobody out, so there's been 2 singles and a home run in the inning. And he was pitching like really good. Duffy got the loss in inning 1, so they're starting to warm up Tyler Clippard in the bullpen as that's 3 straight hits to start the inning. Here's Sanchez. That's a foul ball. Now Odorizzi's starting to, that's a ground ball, 2-2. Arise Gonzalez Sano double play. So good comeback, no runners on, 2 outs in the 6th. But now the Twins, they're trying to up against it now in their final 12 outs. Here's Gardner. Void on deck. That's a ground ball to Arise. Throw to first is in time into a 2-run homer by Gleyber Torres over the left field foul pole. The Yankees have taken a 2-1 lead after 5.5 minutes of play. We're back at Target Field. Let's go on the field again and check in with Honey Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins.
Roger Bodelli.
On Minnesota's lineup so far, and he was very pleased with how little they're swinging and missing right now. He said he's really proud of the fact that they've only gone down on strikes once in the game, also averaging over a base hit per inning. If that kind of combination continues, he thinks there's a lot more to look forward to.
And United, here's Garver, 2-3-4 due up for the Twins in the top final of the 6th. They're down their final 12 outs, only down by 1. That's a bullet foul. The only offense for the Twins, a solo homer by Eddie Rosario. The only offense for the Yankees, a 2-run homer by Gleyber Torres. I said, ground ball, he punches it in, it's the shift. That's a sending hit to the right, the right side of the infield. Really, the only guy on the right side of the infield is Voigt, and the tying runs on base for Nelson Cruz. His 1 versus the RBI single in the series. That's a liner in the right center field. Garver will go to third, and he'll make it. Right time remains at the ball. Garver's at third base. Right in the corner, nobody out. For Josh Donaldson. 1-1 count. Infield over the double play. That's a bullet. That is deep. Right center field. The ball is gone. Josh Donaldson. And the Twins retake the lead. Josh Donaldson with a 3-run home run. And the Twins retake the lead 4-2. 432 feet, 107 miles per hour off the bat. His first home run of the postseason, and first home run of the series, and first home run of the postseason. And he is bad. He's 6 for 7 in the postseason. That is unbelievable. Just crushed it over the out-of-town scoreboard in the tall wall in right center field. And my goodness, here's Rosario, solo homer, and they're starting to Jonathan Holder in the bullpen, around the Twin bullpen in right center field, or left center field. Here's Rosario. That's a foul ball. Now, these fans have come back alive as Twins have retaken the lead. So, 2 straight. That's a liner! So that's 3 singles on a 3-run homer in the inning, and that could be the end of tonight. He's only thrown 55 pitches, but for the Yankees, 2 not that much. I mean, the Twins got 3 in the inning when they only needed 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. Here's Gonzalez. That could be 2. Urshela, LeMahieu, Voigt. No, and Gonzalez beats it out. Runner at first, 1 out. Here comes Sano, doubled against the shift back in the 5th. That's the ground ball. Back to Sanchez. No look for no look at center. The first in time. So here comes the rise of the runner at center, 2 outs. This should be a big run here. Over to the fly out and a ground out. Doing a 1-2 count. That's a ground ball to the center baseman. And Arise is now 0 for 3. Only has, I believe, 1 hit in the series. That's thanks to a 3-run homer by Josh Donaldson in the right center field. The Twins have taken a 4-2 lead after 6 innings of play. And we know 7-8-9 due up for the Yankees in the top of the 7th, and here comes Tyler Clippard. So now the Orizzi is in line for the win right now. He's in line for the win. Clippard's first appearance in the postseason. That's a foul ball. So Orizzi was still in the pitcher record when the Twins took the lead. So he's in line for the win, and tonight is in line for the loss. That's a bullet, and it's past the diamond Arise. In the center field, and here comes, I believe, number 8 batter as a tying run. And it is Mike Topman. 1 count. That's a ground ball. Back to Clippard. The Gonzalez 1. The Sano double play. 1-6-3 double play. And forget about the double. The tying run to the plate. No runners on, 2 outs for Urshela. Judge is the tying run on deck if he can get on, or if Urshela can get on. That's a liner, and that's a base hit. Going over it. And he will hold at first with a single. And here comes Aaron Judge at top of the order. And Judge, or LeMahieu. 2 for 7 in the series. 1 for 3 in the game, represents a tying run. That's a ground ball, and then it's past the Rise. Come on. Why does it do this? I hit in the L. And then runners at the corner, nobody, or 2 outs. Connor at first base, no one at the plate. Now it's Judge. 1 for 3 with a single and scored on the home run. That's a ground ball shooting it out of Gonzalez. Throw to first in the Twins. And the Yankees send a pair of runners. Send in stretch time here at Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. It's Gonzalez goes through the umpire. Middle of 7 the scores, 4-2 Twins. There's Byron Buxton, 9-1-2 up for the Twins in the bottom of the 7th. Tanaka remains out there. Over 2 for Buxton. That's a liner in the right field base hit, and that's finally the end of the day for Tanaka, which she's in line for the loss. Duffy got the loss in game 1, and I believe, I forgot who got I actually didn't see it. And Tommy Taylor got the win, and obviously Chapman got the city, yeah. But here comes Jonathan Holder as Canada's in line for the loss, and Odorizzi's in line for the win. First appearance for Holder in the postseason. 2-2 count. That's a foul ball. As Kepler's is 1 for 3 with the unassisted ground ball to the pitcher, and then he's 1 for 3 in the name of the single. 2-2 count. That's a fly ball. Easy play for routine for Tauchman, and it is caught by Tauchman. Remember, Buxton at first base with 97 speed. Twins, well, they're 6 outs away from forcing a winner-take-all Game 3 back at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Not in Bronx, New York, in the Bronx, New York. That's a fly ball. That is well hit. Karen went for Judge, but he makes the catch after the down, short of the warning track by about, I would say, 5 feet. 2 down. Here comes Cruz, 1 for 3 with a single, and scored on Donaldson's home run. That's a foul ball. And 1-2 down to Cruz, the DH. That's a fly ball. That ball is hit well. That ball is gone, and off the wall between the bullpens and off the wall between the bullpens, and Cruz is on deep with a two-strike count with 2 away in the inning. 418 feet, 105 miles per hour to the bat. Cruz's first home run of the series and the postseason, and it now 6-2 Minnesota. So that's now five answer runs. Here comes the guy who gave the Twins the lead in the 5th. That's a ground ball against the shift. Double or runner at first, 2 outs, and now the Yankees are down to their final 6 outs, down by 4. Here comes Rosario. They got the Twins on the board back, I believe, in the 3rd or something. That's a fly ball. That ball is hit well. That ball is over the head of the Tauchman. The runner is going for home. Throw is coming up, then thrown. Not in time. And Donaldson goes first to 3rd, and it's 7-2. 7-2. And now they're down by more than a grand slam. And here comes Tyler Lones. He wasn't even warming up, but here he comes, the lefty, against Gonzalez. Gonzalez has to flip around. That's a liner, but caught by Voigt. For the Twins, thanks to Nelson Cruz, a home run and an RBI double by Garver, or thanks to a 2-run home run by Cruz and another run. Also, Twins did 3 runs in the bottom of 7th. Now it is 7-2 Twins after 7 innings of play. Trying to mark Cody Shashat in the bullpen. And yeah, no, then Rosario was a 2-run homer by Nelson Cruz and an RBI double by it was a late result catch by Kepler in right center field. You missed it. Here's Stanton. They're down by more than a grand slam. That's a foul ball. Splitter, the changeup splitter, 2-seam fastball, and a 4-seam fastball. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Stanton's down on strikes 2 down here in the 8th. And I'm not purposely trying to make Twins win. It's just a luck. 3-2 count to Sanchez. That's a liner, but caught by a rise. Middle of 8th, the score remains 7-2 Twins. Mom, that's 3-2, so he's not right up 3-2. Here's Cano against Tyler Lones. That's a pop-up. Will it stay in play against the net? And it's caught on the one sent by Sanchez in foul territory, 1 down. Here comes a rise, and then Buxton. That's a ground ball. Charging is Torres. 47 speed run rise is out. And Rise, I believe, only has 1 hit. I was name 1. 1 down, 2 down. Here comes Byron Buxton, 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. That's a ground ball to LeMahieu. Throw to first is in time. The Yankees are not need 5 to tie, 6 to take the lead in the top of the 9th. End of 8, it's 7-2 Twins. And I started on our barrages just to make it because of the same situation. As the energy of Clippers in a yellow, and the Yankees are on a final 3 outs. Twins 3 outs away from forcing a winner-take-all game 3 at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. In the Bronx, here we go. It is 6, 7, 8 due up for the Yankees in the bottom or the top of the 9. So basically, it's the bottom of their order. Here's whatever his name is, Gardner. That's a fly ball. That ball is hit well. Going bad is Buxton. He's fast and he makes the catch. Hitting the ball. And stay tuned for post-game highlights. And he crashes the wall. He makes the catch. He's one of the fastest center fielders in baseball. And here comes Voit. Voit, ground ball. Diving stop by a line, but the ball turns all the way and throw to first. Way too late, and Voigt's on. Only 2 more base. I mean, you got it 5 here. There's Kaufman. Don't put it, and that's a ground ball through the hole. And 1 more base runner will become a safe situation because the runner will be on deck. 2 runners on, 1 out. As now, I mean, good thing they got some insurance here. Because if it's still 4-2, this would be the go-ahead run. But instead, here's Urshela with LeMahieu on deck. That's the ground ball, double play ended. Arise! What Gonzalez out! Twins win! The Twins win! They force a winner-take-all. Game 3 at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. I know in the video I put in the Bronx, New York. It should have been in the Bronx, New York. As the Twins forced a winner-take-all Game 3 at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. They won 7-2 over the Yankees. Yankees won Game 1, 4-2. Twins won Yankees won Game 1, 4-2, and the Twins won Game 2, 7-2. My mom was right about the 2 runs for the Yankees, just not for the Twins. She won it. And here's the look at the final line score. Top 2 hitters for the Yankees, Labor Torres and Luke Voit. Top 2 hitters for the Twins, Josh Donaldson and Eddie Rosario. And now you see the Twins going to the dugout. Here comes the guy who interviews the player of the game and the cameraman. And the player of the game, it looks like that's Josh, player of the game, which is the top hitter for the Twins. Usually the top hitter for the winning team is the player of the game. And here it is. Josh Donaldson is our top player of the game. As you bring, and yeah, Josh Donaldson's the top player of the game. I put the time for that rocket launch today, like 2:20. It's 2 o'clock right now, and now I have to play a lot of games today. At least I would say 2 more, and then maybe I can do the Dodgers at Nationals, maybe before I film Game 3 of this series tomorrow, and then the ALCS and the NLCS. It'll be the ALCS if the Twins don't get to the ALCS, and I'll choose if they don't get there. But either way, I'll start Thursday, and Super Summer starts Monday. As Odorizzi gets the win, 1-0 in the postseason. Tanaka gets the loss, 0-1 in the postseason, and no save. As the Yankees had 2 runs and 12 hits, no errors, and the Twins had 7 runs and 14 hits, 1 error. As my doing that sounds like a game. Odorizzi 6 innings, 7 hits, no strikeouts, 2 earned runs, no walks. Tanaka 6 innings, 11 hits, 1 strikeout, 5 runs, no walks. The Yankees 2 runs and 12 hits, no errors, and the Twins 7 runs and 14 hits, 1 error. And that was by Gonzalez, a throw-in error. As Gonzalez replacing for Palanta went 1 for 4. As a rise, well, he is batting 125 along with Sano. Sano went 1 for 4 in this game where that is a single. Double, I forgot, yeah, double, and then Arise an 0 for 4. Buxton went 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored and a strikeout. Kepler went 1 for 4, so he's batting 125 as well. So I guess it's probably 1 for 8. I think that's 1 for 8. And well, Donaldson, I mean, he's batting, I think, 7 for 8. And then that's the top guy, and then Rosario 375, Garver and Cruz 375, and then Polanco, I think he went batting 250, and now he's everyone else. And then over there, I mean, look, Voits, I mean, he went 3 for 4. Alright.
T-minus 19 minutes to watch.
Alright. Alright, so I'm closing the board of this episode with the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm gonna see you in episode number 13 of MLB The Show 20 Postseason Series. See you in episode number 13, which will be Game 3 of the 2020 ALDS between the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. And if you're watching, I'll see you next time, and eat a lot of bacon.